Hey y'all, welcome to A Dose of Healing with Martia Ramsey. I hope all is well and your energy is flowing. Okay, so today I want to speak about the fear of success is triggered by comfort zones. Okay, so hear me out. A lot of the times we fear being successful only because we are stuck in our comfort zone. Sometimes it means that we fear being better than our friends, our family, so we don't want them to look at us like, okay, what's up, Hollywood? And so we may tone ourselves down just to, fit that image of being from the hood or knowing what the struggle like. So before I continue that message, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Okay, welcome to the village. And thank you to my loyal subscribers. I appreciate you. So it's like sometimes we forget about what we want for ourselves just because we're trying to appease the people around us, just because we don't want to make those people too uncomfortable. So sometimes we tone it down a little bit. So it's like, for example, I found myself keeping to myself a lot of my accomplishments because I didn't want people to feel like I was bragging. But it's like when people on your level, it's not bragging, it's acknowledging yourself. You hear me? It's not bragging because you did the work. It's only bragging when somebody else is not feeling good enough, and what you doing is reflecting back to them that they aren't doing enough because they failed to apply themselves. So it reminds me of the crabs in the bucket, for example. So let's say a fisherman was selling some crabs, right? And they had a box and the size was cut down low. So at any given time, the crabs could have escaped the box, right? But the crabs, the way that they are, they don't even need big spaces. So they pile up in one small area on top of each other because it's like they cling to each other for security purposes. So the moment that one crab tries to get away, it pulls it back in. More like, no, we all in this together. Nobody make it out alive. We all gonna die in the pot of hot water. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the crabs in the bucket. They pull you down when you're trying to do good. And unfortunately, sometimes those people are our friends and family, because when we make it happen, when we make something out of nothing, guess what it shows them? It shows them that they no longer can have that excuse of it's impossible, because guess what? You came from the same place that they came from. You may have even had it harder than them. So now that you are showing that you are made of success, that you are achieving your goals, guess what? They are feeling like they're not good enough. So guess what they want to do? They want to say, what's up, Hollywood? Oh, what you think you better than us? So guess what? It may have you question who you are. Like, damn, I still remember, I'm still from the hood. Look, I got this bad grade. Like, look, it caused you to kind of numb yourself back down just so you could fit in. But why fit in when you meant to stand out? Okay? So go ahead and like this video and subscribe, all right? But it's like, why fit in when you are meant to stand out? It's like sometimes it's imperative for us to put that mirror back up to people and saying, hey, you can do it. You can apply yourself. You choose to be the crabs in the bucket. I'm going to escape, baby. I can't be there. I don't want to cling to the past no more. I don't want that old part of me to be my story any longer. I want to be a victor over my situation. So although, yeah, I was abused. Although, yeah, I went broke. Although I had hard times, I was fucked up. I want to overcome that part of me. I want that part of me to die. I no longer resonate with that part, but it's like sometimes when we keep certain people and things around, those people have us stuck in the comfort zone. So I want to read this. It's like a poem. It says, I used to have a comfort zone where I knew I couldn't fail. The same four walls of busy work were really more like jail. I longed so much to do the things I never done before, but I stayed inside my comfort zone and paced the same old floor. I said it didn't matter that I wasn't doing much. I said I didn't care for things like diamonds, furs, and such. I claimed to be so busy with the things inside my zone, But deep inside, I long for something special of my own. I couldn't let my life go by just watching others win. I'd held my breath and stepped outside to let the change begin. I took a step with new strength I never felt before. I kissed my comfort zone goodbye and closed and locked the door. If you are in a comfort zone, afraid to venture out, remember that all the winners were at one time filled with doubt. A step or two and words of praise can make your dreams come true. Greet your future with a smile. Success is there for you. So understand that you are not the only person who have been met with a comfort zone. And the part where it said, I tried to convince myself like I didn't care for things like diamonds and furs and such. And I remember before I got my dream car, okay, before I got my Benz, I remember I convinced myself that no, long as I got a car. Because guess what? I cling to what was available for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to stick with my slider because, you know, it got history. I done put too much into this. But it's like, that's the same thing as staying in a relationship that's toxic and not good for you. It's thinking about all the stuff that you done put into it instead of thinking about the stuff that you're not getting out of it. Okay? So understanding that you have to weigh your pros and cons in situations and understand, stop feeling like you have to feel bad for wanting more, for wanting nice things, for wanting luxurious things. It's nothing wrong with that. And I had to learn that last year because it was like, all right, I don't want no new bag for graduating college. I don't want to, some more jewelry for my 30th birthday. I want my dream car. And I thought that it was impossible because what was around me. Because I wasn't used to people going after things that was out of their comfort zone. What I was used to was people getting what was available to them. Well, hey, this is what I can afford. It wasn't nothing that was causing them to push the limit to keep what they had. So it's like now I have to make sure that I maintain my lifestyle. So I have to keep it moving. I gotta be on my, hey, let's get this money. I have to be on manifesting. I have to keep my vibes high because guess what? It's gonna push me back into my comfort zone. And now as I'm making this video, it just gave me an epiphany of, Martia, you are good enough to keep the life that you have and to obtain more. You think that this is a lie, baby. I have way much more for you. So that message is for somebody else too. You think that because you got a newer car and you got a house that, okay, life is great. Baby, it's going to get even greater. It's going to get even greater. You might got 4 bedrooms now. God said he going to give you 6. He said he going to give you 6. Okay, you might got 1 luxury car. Right now, God said he going to give you 2. And he going to get you all that money in the bank. And the spouse in the bed. You know what I'm saying? And that perfect body. So it's like, why do we have to stop? Why do we have to feel like, oh, this is enough, long as I pay my bills, long as this is enough? Why do we feel bad for wanting more out of life? And I feel like it's only because the stuff that we are surrounded by, the people we are surrounded by, it's the crab-like mentality. No, stay here. Keep your slider. I keep my slider. I don't want you to get a better car because then it's going to reflect back to me that I need to get a better car. I don't want you to change. I don't want you to start doing therapy because it's going to make me feel like I might need to do therapy because I don't want to work on myself. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, don't allow the fear of success to keep you in those comfort zones. Don't allow the fear of not fitting in to make you not stand out. Stand out. Be you. Do great things. Go above and beyond. Even me, I'm like, what you want to be a full-time YouTuber? Okay, you got to start showing up. I don't care if you want the 1 million followers. I don't care if you want the 100,000 subscribers. You have to show up with the subscribers you have now. And I remember I only had 11 subscribers. So it's like, be grateful for the 777 subscribers you have today, because guess what? At one point, you only had 11. So it's like understanding that you may stop yourself by staying in those comfort zones, by staying in the crabs of the buckets with the crabs, because you fear that people may not accept you anymore, that they may reject you. But that's okay, because guess what? Maybe you're meant to cling to a new community. Maybe you're meant to have new and better friends, okay? People that can teach you stuff. People that can help you multiply your money. The people that really support you and what you do. And not the people who just act like they support you. So it's this video is for me too, because I'm like, damn, I'm speaking. And I'm speaking to myself too, because sometimes I may get back in that comfort zone because I'm like, okay, well, it's good enough. But it's like, no, F that. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I'm only getting better. I'm not going back. and this is for me too. I am not going back. I'm only going forward. And it was just 11:11. So it just means the new doors are opening. Dreams coming true. Watch your thoughts. Watch your words. Because guess what? It manifests into reality. And if you don't watch who you surround yourself with, if you don't watch the energy you're putting out, you may be sabotaging all the success that is in store for you. Stop trying to fit in when you're meant to stand out. Stop fearing success because you want to be comfortable, because you don't want other people to become uncomfortable. But baby, I had to learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I had to learn to let go of people. And it ain't easy. It's not easy. But when you see the bigger picture, it becomes easier. When you see that, hey, now I don't want to stay in this house forever. I want to get my dream car. I want to get my dream house. So what can you do every day to work towards that? What can you do? I heard a story about this lady. She said that she downsized her apartment. She downsized her car. And every month she wrote a check to her dream life. And 3 years later, she checked her account and she had over $65,000 saved just from funding her dream. I think her name like Nicole something. From funding her dream. So how bad do you want your dream? How bad do you want that success? And how are you showing up for it? We can hold each other accountable, okay? So what I want you to do today is write down, what does success look like to you? What does success feel like to you? And every morning and every night, I want you to think about that. I want you to wake up and act as if you already have that. I want you to wake up, go to your car like it's the dream car. Before I got my dream vehicle, I went to my slider like, my Benz. I'm so serious. My family members can vouch for me. So they could comment and let y'all know that I used to be like, oh, my Benz, don't hit my big body Benz. And baby, guess what? Eventually I got that. Because I had it in here. I knew it. I had the Benz without having the Benz. Just like I know I'm a wife without even being a wife. You hear me? Because I'm already a wife. Me and my cousin was talking the other day. We are already a wife without the ring. You hear me? So it's like knowing, embodying who you are already with what you have. Embodying that success with who you are right now. So what would that person of that multi-million-dollar company do every day? Would you wake up and meditate? Okay. What you gonna do? Would you be arguing with people and worrying about miscellaneous things that's not even gonna matter 5 days from now or 5 years from now? No, you wouldn't be doing that. You would be lining yourself up to capitalize off of the success you already made. So how can you do that now? Oh, well, Martia, I don't have that much right now. Okay. Well, what you have, you make it work. How can you set yourself up? How can you do that? Like, I wanted a bigger office. So guess what? I changed my spare bedroom into a bigger office. And I'm changing my old office into a walk-in closet. Because guess what? My dream house has that. So right now, I'm going to live like I have my dream house. You can call it delusional or whatever, but baby, it works. Manifestation works. So I say that all to say, Stop allowing people to keep you in these comfort zones just because they don't want that mirror to reflect back to them, letting them know that they're not doing good enough. You are doing good. Don't let people keep you where they are because they don't want you to grow, because they're scared that you may pass them up. And that's okay. But don't feel obligated to have survivor's remorse, meaning, oh man, I gotta do this for them because I'm making money now. No, absolutely not. They're grown. They can take care of themselves. Just like you did it, you got it out the mud, let them do it. I'm not saying turn your back on them, but that's what's wrong with us people with a big heart. We feel like we gotta go back and give to everybody when them people barely gave us advice, when them people barely gave us a shoulder to lean on. So it's like, no, we got to give to ourselves right now, okay? That's who we owe, all right? Month of September, we value in reciprocity. We are valuing give and take, okay? So write down what your dream life look like. What do success looks like to you? What do it feel like? And another thing, I want you to write down if there is any relationships or friendships in your life that is trying to keep you back, that is secretly a hater, who don't want you to grow, who kind of minimize your successes. And whoever comes up, get rid of them now. Because you don't need to be that crab in the bucket trying to get out and they pull you back down. All right? So y'all go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this message. And share this message with somebody you feel like need it. Share it with at least one person, because we all can forget that we deserve better, okay? So y'all go ahead and don't forget that MR Creations has one-on-one coaching available, and expert writing services, LLC startup, and book publishing workshops. We have everything for you. The link is below and it's in the description box, so check us out. But other than that, y'all have a great one, and y'all catch me here every Tuesday and a couple of other days out the week. All right, see y'all.